Lovebirds, one thing that April the LOVEologist always impresses upon you is this: you need to learn your partner's culture. And within that word culture, there is a huge word: religion. And so many times, the topic of religion is actually ignored until maybe they're discussing marriage or even after they've gotten engaged. But let me tell you, ignoring religion in an interracial or intercultural relationship can actually implode that relationship within seconds. So stick around as we discuss how your religious beliefs can affect a perfectly good relationship. And your bonus for today, you're going to want to stick around till the end because I'm actually going to share with you my religious beliefs and some things that I believe people from my religion should think about when they're dating interracially or interculturally. Lovebirds, welcome to Ask the LOVEologist. Hello, lovebirds. I'm April the LOVEologist. I'm a certified matchmaker, a certified love coach, and the president and CEO at AuthentiQ LOVE, where interracial relationships are our number one priority. I'll see you on the inside. I would love to hear from you. So if you have questions about this particular broadcast or about any of the other broadcasts, or even if you just have questions about interracial or intercultural dating, period, I want to hear from you. So go ahead, write down that link at the top of the screen and send me an email and let me know what your questions and concerns are. You may have a concern that I know many other people have, and I can make a video about it so that everyone can hear that answer. But believe me, when you contact me, I will certainly respond to you and make sure that we get you the answers that you desire. Now, let's dive in. Again, our topic today is how your religious beliefs can affect your interracial or intercultural relationship. First of all, you need to make sure that you know about your own religion. And let me rephrase that. You need to know about the beliefs of your religion. Because you see, I have come across many people and they want to talk about, well, religion should be this, it should be that, this should be happening, that shouldn't be happening. But when you talk to them a little deeper, you discover that they really don't know the deeper things within their own religion. So, first, make sure that you know about the rules, the regulations, the different ceremonies that are happening in your own relationship. And it's not just something that you've heard over the years as you were growing up. The second thing I want to discuss here is this. No, this is not a first date topic. You want to make sure that you get to know the person at least enough to decide whether you're even interested in dating them or not. However, before you let your guard down and you get attached to this person, the conversation of religion needs to arise. Now, notice this is in the beginning of the relationship, not when you're talking about marriage, not waiting until you've gotten engaged. This is the beginning of the relationship that the topic of religion needs to come forth. Like I said earlier, this is something that can implode your relationship within seconds. You don't want to have a lot of invested in this and then all of a sudden it's over. Believe me, you really don't want to do that. You can feel like your heart has been ripped out. So again, this is not first date conversation. You might wait till maybe you've gone on your third or fifth date and just kind of weave it into the conversation. And remember, as I have shared with you on many occasions, when you have questions, don't just go bam, 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 bam with the questions. This is not a job interview. This is a conversation. So let me give you a couple of suggestions on how you can bring this up. One thing you can say is, so which religion does your family practice? Or you can say, which religious ceremonies do you all have? And remember, you want to say ceremony and not rituals. You don't want to use the word rituals. And you may want to listen. First of all, make sure you listen to the answer to that particular question, because there are many religions where they just have various rules. And you want to know if you would be able to attend some of these ceremonies. So, like I said, there are certain religions where you're certainly not going to be able to attend their ceremonies. And you might want to do a little study so you know those. But this is something you want to know. You might want to ask them, how does your family view Christmas? Or you might say, what are some of your family's Christmas traditions? And all of these can be intros into that conversation. But let me tell you, out of all the conversations you have, make sure that you are listening very well in this particular topic. Number 3, are you willing to convert? Let me say that again. Are you willing to convert? Because I know a lot of people just simply, not only do they not think about religion, but if they think about religion, they miss this right here. Are you willing to convert? And what I mean is, are you willing to let go of your current religious practices and become a member of their religious organization and participate in their religious practices, not to return to yours? I just want to make it plain. So I want to read to you this article that I found. The title of the article is, "My Boyfriend and I Were Falling in Love. Then He Hit Me with a Deal Breaker I Never Saw Coming." So here we go. I was excited to hear that his mom had invited me to the family Christmas, which would be celebrated on January the 7th. Though I grew up with interfaith parents and identify as Jewish, I wasn't a stranger to Christianity. I'd been to different mass services with friends and family at times, but I'd never attended a Greek Orthodox service before. When I asked during one of our FaceTime calls if I'd be expected to attend the Christmas Mass in addition to the family get-together, my boyfriend hesitated, as he told me that no, I wouldn't be going. "I'm trying to find a good way to say this," he stammered, looking away from the screen. "You wouldn't be allowed because you are Jewish." I quickly glanced at my phone to make sure it was 2022 and not 1938. I was at a loss for words, a rarity for me. The conversation dwindled and I said goodbye, still stunned by what I'd heard. What happened? to my boyfriend, the good communicator. What had I missed? FaceTiming my boyfriend the next day, I knew I had to ask the hard questions. What happens if, far in the future, you were to marry a woman who is Jewish or one who is just not Greek Orthodox? He explained that if the person were Jewish, they'd have to convert to Greek Orthodox. If they were Christian, but not Greek Orthodox, it would work as long as they were baptized. My breath caught me in my chest. I'm Jewish. I even had my bat mitzvah ceremony in Israel. Though I'm technically Jewish on my mom's side, I was never baptized. I came from a family of, and y'all forgive me, I can't say these, so I'm going to spell them for you. I came from a family of Sephardic and Ashkenazi Jewish people from Spain, Turkey, Russia, and Germany, all who ended up in Argentina. I was raised to have respect and loyalty for my ancestors and Jewish culture. I'm proud to be Jewish. I can't convert. I finally told him. He had to have known I would say this. I told him I felt Jewish in my soul. He didn't want to ask me to convert. Notice here, this was a perfectly good relationship until they had this conversation about the Christmas holidays and his religious beliefs. You see, the biggest problem right here is that they did not have this discussion in the beginning of their relationship. So after I've read this to you, and you can tell this woman feels like her heart has been ripped out, I hope that you see the importance of having the religion conversation early in the relationship. So if the other person doesn't bring up the topic, you make sure you do, because there's no need in you getting hurt when you don't have to. And like I said, be sure you have this conversation before you let all of your walls down and you just let all the love come pouring out and you get attached to this person. Because you can see from this article, it can be explosive if you wait until you're deeply in love. Again, you must know in advance, are you willing to convert? Number 4, even in Christianity, oftentimes women particularly are expected to change to their husband's denomination once they get married. Again, are you willing to convert? And see, here's the thing. Here's a big part of this. You want to get the blessing of the parents. You want the blessings of your parents and their parents. And when it comes to religion, parents and grandparents are concerned about how it's going to affect the children, how it's going to affect you, and how you serve your God. So you want to get the parents' blessing. So you're going to have to come up with a way to work this out, or again, it's going to implode your relationship. And this is the religion that I participate in, or that I can say I am. And what I've learned over the years is that there are many couples who make this work. I know of a couple. The woman is Black. She's a Christian. The guy is Jewish. And they dated for quite a while. They both are very strong in their religious beliefs. They have gotten married. Now they have, I believe, 2 children now. But what they do is they share the things from both religions, or both, I guess you could call them, denominations, with their children, and they allow the children to choose. They support each other. They attend each other's events. But what they do is they don't allow the differences to become an issue within their household or within their relationship. Another thing about people who are Christians, I know of another couple. The husband was pastoring a church that he had been pastoring for more than 20 years. And the wife had been a minister, but she felt that she was called to become a bishop and also to start a separate church. What did they do? They worked it out. And again, they support each other. When she was ordained as a bishop, he was there supporting her. They both have church services that they attend together. And then also on Sunday mornings, sometimes they're just both in their own church. But they make it work, and they don't let it become an item of contention between the two of them. One of the things that I have noticed with a lot of people who are Christians like I am is that they are really hugging that thought that you have to be equally yoked. Therefore, that person has to be a Christian. And it's the person you marry has to be a Christian. So what they do is they shut it down immediately when they find out the person is not a Christian. So I want to bring this to your attention, because as Christians, we are supposed to be sharing our religion with people so that they can become a part of our religion. So if you shut it down immediately and you don't even know yet, was this really supposed to be a romantic relationship, or did you two cross paths because maybe the one that's the Christian is supposed to share their beliefs so that the other person can become a Christian? So I'm going to give you an example. I know of a couple. The young lady is African American. The guy is European. She met him when she was out of the country. They fell in love. They did a long distance dating for a very long time. The thing is, the guy was not of any religion. Now, mind you, he was not an atheist. He just was not participating in any particular religion. And he had actually studied several different, religions around the world, but he was not participating in any particular one. This woman got the gentleman to where he would do Bible studies with her. They would have these long distance conversations, and she got it. I don't know what she did. I didn't ask. But he was doing Bible study with her. And it turns out that he became a Christian before they got married. The boy is awesome. He's actually a preacher. He may not know it, but he's a preacher. But anyway, that's beside the point. So that's my one point that I wanted to bring out for those who are in the same religion that I am. My second point that I want to share with you, that I really want to bring to your attention, is this. When you're dating outside your culture and you're looking at religion, before you jump up and shut things down, are you even serving the same God? Because this is one thing. We are not here to argue about the method or how we serve our God. We are to be unified and serve God. So I do not have a problem with myself dating someone from another culture who is in a different denomination, because that is just a matter of how we serve God. We're serving the same God. Let me give you a little story and example about this as well. After my accident, I came in contact with a wonderful family, and I grew to love them, and they grew to love me. But here's the deal. They're Jehovah's Witnesses. Now, I know that Christians and Jehovah's Witnesses typically don't get along. But you know what? We're serving the same God. We are serving Jehovah. Jehovah has 100 different names, but we are serving the same God. So you know what we do? When we're communicating and maybe the conversation gets around something where we may disagree on when it comes to our religious beliefs, we stop the conversation, shift it in another direction, and keep it moving. Because I love them and they love me. And we're not going to allow this to come in between our relationship. Again, if you're a Christian, is the person you met serving the same God? There's no need for us to argue about how it's done, as long as we're serving the same God. Now, you may have your own opinion about that, and that's cool. But I said that I was going to share some things and some points about my religion that I wanted to bring to your attention. So that is basically all the particular points that I have for you this afternoon. I want to remind you that we do have still our Interracial Love Chronicles. That's right at the top of the screen as well. And just in case you wondering what is in there, in our latest in our latest publication of the Interracial Love Chronicles, there is a special item in there that you will not want to miss. So let me encourage you to go ahead and sign up for the Interracial Love Chronicles, because when you sign up, we actually send you the last one that went out, and then you get the next one that comes out. So that way you're not waiting for another week or 2 weeks to get one. But I'm going to tell you, what's in this one right here, you want to make sure that you grab a copy of that and you go ahead and sign up for those Interracial Love Chronicles insights on navigating that interracial love experience. You definitely want to go ahead and sign up for it as soon as possible. And I will also make sure that I put the link to that in the comments and the description. So another thing I want to remind you is, if you have questions or there's something you want me to answer during the broadcast, go ahead and send me an email. That link is at the top of the screen as well. And we'll get back with you and get you an answer. Another item I want to remind you about is that if you would like to have a one-on-one chat with me, then I've put at the top also the link to my calendar so that we can get you scheduled, have a chat with you, see how we can assist you, answer your questions, and possibly you would like to have some one-on-one coaching. So again, that's 3 things for you to remember. One is if you have questions, there's the link to my email. The Interracial Love Chronicles, there's the link to that. And also, here is the link to my calendar. All of that is going to be in the description or in the comments, depending on where you are watching from. And let me just take a moment and tell you how much I do appreciate those of you who have been following for a while, those of you who just popped in today for the first time. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you sharing this with your friends, bringing them along with you to listen to the broadcast. And oh, let me just remind you once again, I am April, the loveologist. I'm a certified matchmaker, a certified love coach, and the president and CEO at AuthentiQ LOVE, where interracial relationships are our number 1 priority. I'm looking forward to seeing you in our next broadcast. Well, bye-bye now.